Hey guys, it is me, Phoenix. We are going to do a general read to see where your energy is. Please do me a favor, like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification to be notified when I post a new video. Remember, red hearts if you made it through, purple hearts if it resonates, green hearts if you're working on it, yellow hearts if you rock with me and got my 6, meaning have my back. Did you not see me just shuffle this? This was in my last read that I just did about your gem is your person is waving the red flag. And the bottom of the deck is mental force, spiritual insight, hope and faith, wise judgment, power and strength, kindness, life of the party, extroverted, motivated, precious, valued, holy, divine favor, and revered. Now, the reason why I point this out is because this is sitting in this exact space when it comes to it being Gemini energy, and that this person that has the power and the strength, and that's the life of the party, extroverted, that is precious to you, and that, divine favor has divine favor over your life is what you think, is having a spiritual awakening, and they wave the red flag, the checkered flag, saying that you won. So anyway, it says card number 5, yes or no, changing. At this time, the situation is in the state of flux. Anything could happen. And so when I said that they were waving the red flag, an old card, weary, retired, exhausted, exhaustion, bone tired, needs restoration, overdue, old habits die hard, enduring the good old days, family patterns, back in time, stuck in the past, and nostalgia. This is why things are changing for you, and this didn't come out. This didn't change because you see me shuffle the deck. And so basically what it was that it was saying that this Gemini or your person is the gem, the person who you consider the gem in your life is changing, and you're winning. They're waving the checkered flag. And that was the last read that I did. And now this one stayed here at the bottom. If you guys see, I thoroughly shuffle so that you guys can get a clear, fair reading. And that's what happens. So the times are changing. The old car, the old things do die, but meaning that, they're old habits, but it takes a long time. You know how they say you can't teach your old dog new tricks? Well, you have to wait a long time for that dog to actually figure out that trick and want something. Jupiter is here, card number 7. It says expansion, optimistic, growth, benefit, or maybe benefit, I'm not sure. Luck, making stable changes, destiny, turning point, tolerant, grateful, goodwill, and fortune. That's Jupiter energy, and Jupiter is what you value. So they are realizing that they value you. Third person is here. Another person involved, someone else's influences, love triangles, stranger, outside parties, third wheel, rival, and too many people. Because maybe in the past there were too many people. Sagittarius, the fire energy, the mutable signs. It's the timing is with 14 to 30 days. During the fall, the birth dates is November 22nd to December 21st. The ruling planet is Jupiter. And so again, Jupiter is here twice. Optimistic, adventuresome, witty, restless, traveler, enthusiastic, independent, irresponsible, and outspoken, and temperance, which is balance. So your gem is now finding balance and peace in the way that, in the things that they value. And so they're like an old car. You can't teach an old dog new tricks, but they're changing up, and they're getting rid of the third parties and people that are around. And that's the reason why, they are waving the red flag. They're starting over and doing things new. And so that comes with, because they're starting to trust in you because you walked away from the things that no longer served them, and you planted that seed in their heart and in their mind. And so therefore you were patient with this person, but you walked away from that energy because either they didn't trust you or you didn't trust them, one of the two. But it looks like, based upon the seeds you planted, now they're willing to do the work. The Knight of Pentacles energy, they're willing to do the work. Knight of Pentacles says, you can't get the results without first doing the work. Show up, work hard, and keep pushing every day. So now this Sagittarius energy, or this person who is looking at the things that they value, is wanting to do the work, and because you have been patient far too long, and now you're walking away and you're trusting in the divine timing to take place. But the Knight of Swords energy says to be tough, be ambitious, know what you want, and go after it in a single-minded determination. My herbs is here. Hold on one second. To go after it in a single-minded determination, and therefore that is the energy that's happening. They're tired of the struggle, and so are you. And so, therefore, the magician energy, they're manifesting the things that they want. And the King of Pentacles, they're able to take risks now and understand that the love, the nostalgia, and the memories that you have with them is all because you are a mental force, and therefore you had to walk away in order for them and plant the seed in them in the past in order for them to actually get that. Your intuition, your high priestess energy. High priestess energy is, intuition, divine truth, and serendipity or sensitivity is what, causes you to feel defensive, and why you decided to walk away, because you're giving them the knowledge that they need. But you can't make a person do something. They have to know that they got to do the work in order to get through this energy of, I'll take that, Queen of Cups. Your empathetic nature and the burdens that they're causing you. Ten of Wands energy, the burdens that they're causing, maybe you, or the struggle that's happening in between that, is because you're starting to set boundaries. You're starting to set boundaries, and therefore you're not in limbo anymore. Crazy thing, this Hangman energy was the same card that came out in my last read. So if you want to look at the energy of your person is waving the red flag, the checkered flag, you won. That's this equivalent to this read, because Hangman was at the bottom of the deck just like this. They have went on a spiritual journey, or they're willing to go on a spiritual journey, because now they trust in what you're saying. They're trusting in what you're saying, and they're walking away from the things that no longer serve them. You planted that seed in their heart based upon the struggle and them not being able to do the work, and now they're willing to do it. Now look at all these cards that came out. Journey to fulfillment. Although others may influence us, we must take charge of our own destiny. And that's why you decided to walk away and realize that they have to take charge of their own destiny. Purge and cleanse, disconnecting from things, symptoms, spiritual guides and angels, void, sharing, presence, teacher, telepathy, nourishment, and empowerment. So let's start there. So all of these energies, they had to learn this on their own. They had to go through their own spiritual transformation, but it started with purging and cleansing, and it's the love triangles, the third parties, and listening and trusting in everybody else and not in you. And again, it's hard to teach an old dog new tricks. Again, it says some elements of your life cannot remain. Negative people, behaviors, or circumstances must be purged. And that is what's happening, because there's a disconnecting. You are in the need of a reprieve. It says take some much needed time alone for healing and rejuvenation. So that's what they had to do. The symptoms, emotional, physical, and mental stimulus has caused a reaction. Note its positive or negative. Impacts. So again, they're reflecting on things. Spiritual guides and angels. Connect with your spirit guides, archangels, and ancestors. They will guide you on your journey. And so that is what you had to do in order to let go, and because you did plant the seed. Void. There is a gap in time, space, or another perception during which things are working beneath the surface. Let it be. So you planted the seed, now you're letting it be. Sharing. Someone may benefit from what you have learned. Reach out and share the knowledge and wisdom you have attained through experience. And so that is what you're doing. But you remember, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. They have to want to be able to do the work themselves. And the presence, it says, you play a vital role in a situation or relationship dynamic. Your involvement has a greater purpose than you may realize. So the struggle and you saying what it is, teacher, again, it shows you are involved in a situation that that will help evolve you or someone else. Lessons should be considered a gift during our human experience. Remember, no man is your enemy. No man is your friend. Every man is your teacher. Sometimes you just have to send strength and healing, period. And that's it. You and another are connected in the spiritual realm and can transmit thoughts or emotions. So send strength and healing, period. Know that you've done your best. Practicing the 4 agreements. Nourishment. Your body, mind, and soul are sacred. Feed yourself only that which nourishes you in the most healthy way possible. I believe that your intuition was telling you, or trying to get this person, place, thing, or situation to understand that they deserve better than what they've put in their path. And that's the thing. They had to learn to be able to do the work themselves and be empowered on their own. And that is where You had to understand that your empathetic nature and your intuition can only help them so far. They have to see the burdens and also be able to understand why you setting boundaries and why they need to do the same thing and purge and cleanse the old negative energy. Empowerment. Take ownership of planning and executing your highest potential. Even the smallest steps forward is a leap in the right direction. So the small steps that you took guided this person in the right direction. You've won. They're waving the checker flag, and it's just like now they're willing to do the work on themselves or on their own. And so therefore, in this situation, congratulate yourself, because even though, this may be a situation to where if they purge and cleanse, they might be purging and cleansing your energy. But at least you sent strength and healing, period, without any expectations and moving forward. So I believe that that is a really good read, and I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to pull from the 4 agreements to see what agreement you need to be working on moving forward. Because, again, you have to know, and they also have to know that you've done your best in this situation, and there's nothing else that you can do. They have to do the work. Always do your best. Do your best because you want to. That's what you have to understand. You did this because you wanted to. You've seen a bigger picture. You've seen the potential, but now they have to do the work. Does that make sense? You do your best when you are enjoying the actions or doing it in a way that will not have negative repercussions for you. You do your best because you want to do it, not because you have to do it, not because you are trying to please the judge, and not because you are trying to please others. So you've done your best in this situation. And what I always say to you is that if you've done your best, there's, 9 times out of 10, if I cut you off, you handed me the scissors. So when you walk away from these things because people don't trust in your seeds that you're planting in them, and you seeing the potential in them, and you trying to teach them a new way, your presence is dismissed. Like Cat Williams says on Friday, he says more than that. But that's the thing. You have to let go and love them in the 5D and move forward in the 5D and move forward with them in the 5D, and in the 3D, send strength and healing, period. That's all that you can do. Now I'm going to pull from the crystal deck, and then we're going to let this old energy go. You've done your best, so just be happy about that. That's all you can do when it comes to somebody and you teaching the old dog new tricks. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. The black agate deals with, and the last one was the crown chakra. The root chakra. Again, the last one was the root chakra. Hold on. Okay, sorry. The last one was the root chakra. Again, this is you learning how to ground yourself and know that you've done your best. Knowing that you taught the lessons, that you were there, you were loyal, you were, trustworthy, you were everything to this person, and you did your best in this situation. So now you have to ground yourself in order for them to ground themselves. So do what I say, not as I do. But this is the case of do what I do. Do as I do. Do as I say, not as I do. So you were good at saying what to do, but you weren't practicing the things that you preach. Does that make sense? And so that is where you learn to ground yourself and to send strength and healing, and period. And hopefully that they purge and cleanse this energy that they've been on, which they are not willing to learn what it is that they need to do. So grounding, protecting, and calming is this root chakra. Your root chakra is your ability to survive, to be stable, and to ground yourself. It says, I release emotional issues and they are gently healed. I can't make this up. I release emotional issues and they are gently healed. Your person is healing. They're purging and cleansing, and they're healing. That is the best thing that you can ask for. So now we're going to go ahead and let this old energy go. I now let go of worn out conditions of lack, doubt, hate, negativity, procrastination, stagnation, sadness, generational curses, debt, bad energies, heartbreak, bad health, and addictions. Addictions can be to a person, place, thing, or situation. Love you guys.